So when I was little, I'll play games all day because I thought it was more interesting, and I wasn't really interested in things like reading and sports. And throughout my life, I was told these things that video games can do, such as how they can make you antisocial, how they can make you obese, and how they can just hurt your eyes. But these misconceptions are not true, because there's actually more benefits that counteract uh, the bad misconceptions. And I want to first talk about just how they ruin your eyes, which is not true, because they actually can help your eyes through a thing called contrast sensitivity function, or CSF. And basically, that allows people to discern subtle changes in shades of gray against uniform colored backdrops. So, as you can see, there's 6 pictures varying in different contrasts. One's more, one's less. And it helps because when you're driving at night, you're not actually looking at much colors. It's mostly pitch black. And when you're seeing colors like stoplights, people, cars, you can discern that much more once you play video games. The other one is it makes you antisocial, and I never understood that misconception, because it's just like a sporting event. You have all these events that you can go to socialize with people that you can relate to. And here are some gaming events such as E3, LCS DreamHack. These are just competitive events that people can go to. And a study was shown by North Carolina State University, York University, and University of Ontario Technical Institute, and they traveled to more than 20 game events, and that ranged between 20 to 2,500 people. And it found that they weren't just watching people. They weren't being antisocial. They were watching people. They were chatting, drinking. They were playing together. And the next one is a benefit that can help you, and it's just how it can improve your decision making and learning. And a University of Rochester study, they wanted to see if video games improve decision making. So they took two groups of teens, one who played video games for 50 weeks throughout 7 to 8 weeks, and others who didn't. And they concluded that video games do help decision making. They improve the low-level perception functions, and that's just how you decide things. The other one is from the University College of London and the Queen Mary University of London, and they basically did the same thing. They took two groups, specifically 72 volunteers, and they allowed them to play 2 different games. One's fast-paced and one's slow-paced. It's StarCraft and Sims, and they played it over a span of 40 hours in 6 to 8 weeks, and they concluded that they got better cognitive functions, which are just things like moving, things are like seeing, just cognitive things. The other thing is hand-eye coordination, and a University of Texas medical branch, they wanted to see who had the best hand-eye coordination, because surgeons, throughout their training, they have to go through these VR simulations, these virtual reality simulations of performing surgeries. So they took the high school students, they took medical students, and then they took medical residents, which are like doctors, nurses, surgeons, so on and so forth. And they saw who did the best hand-eye coordination. And they concluded that, surprisingly, the high school students did the best, because they are playing games, and they can't just mess up all the time. They have to learn, they have to do more things, and they have to realize that, this is going to be a waste of my time if I do this so many times. And so that's why they got better, and they got a hang of everything. I just want to conclude that, as I stated before, video games, they benefit people. They do not the misconceptions that I just listed, they're not true. And I just want to highlight that these are not true, that these misconceptions that are placed on video games as a whole, they are based loosely on these older games. And I just hope that you guys now know the benefits of video games, and how now you maybe try some. Any questions?
Nope. No questions at all.